got to make sure that I don't make any contact with your son.
We can't take any risks.
You know, on the way over here, I was thinking about this. I was thinking, you know, that we love each other and we're right for each other, and together we can make a great family for Philip.
I know we could.
And then I get here, and it's a matter of I can come in because Philip isn't here.
Oh, Mike.
Honey, I love you. I've been looking all my life for you.
Oh, Michael, please.
I can't stand the idea of losing you.
Don't. Now, stop that. I can't think about that.
The question is...
There's no answers. Please. I don't have any. Just don't. Oh, good morning, Alan.
Morning. What have you got for me?
Well, I've checked off the things that I've taken care of myself, but you can make these last 2 calls.
Seattle and Hong Kong.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for handling that Porter call. Oh, I'm half expecting Mike Bauer to call again today. If he wants to talk to me or see me, tell him I'm busy.
All right.
I have absolutely nothing to say to that man.
Well, tell him that you're out, and I don't know when you'll be back.
Good. You know what I'm thinking?
Most of the time.
I'm surrounded by complicated relationships. Thank God the one we have is straight and honest.
Well, I try.
And I appreciate it.
That session you had with Mike Bauer yesterday must have been a rough one.
Yes, it was, for Mike. Philip dislikes him intensely, and I was not about to bail him out of that.
Philip is very perceptive.
He is indeed. He's not about to allow Mike to become family.
Well, right or wrong, Mike can be persuasive. We've seen that in court.
Perhaps. But how can he be persuasive with my son if he can't even get near him? Roger's been in contact with our Hong Kong office, hasn't he?
Well, he's gone through the motions.
I want to see him.
All right.
When it's convenient for him.
When it's convenient for him?
Well, I'm trying to take it easy on him. His trial begins tomorrow, you know.
Well, he won't be much use to Spaulding Enterprises after that.
There's going to be a lot of mudslinging in that courtroom.
Yes.
Just hope that none of it rubs off on Spaulding Enterprises before.
Before what?
Before it's over. That's all.
And now, the guiding light. This portion...
Morning.
Morning. Well, are you off to work?
Yeah, I am. Listen, I'm running a little late, and I don't know how Spaulding Enterprises feels about that, so,
Won't keep you long. Isn't it a lovely day? Amanda saw me looking out the window after breakfast, and I guess she took pity on me and offered to help me take a stroll around the grounds.
How are you feeling this morning?
Oh, I certainly think I'm coming along. But my doctor is still very strict. I wish he weren't. I feel so guilty about meeting Amanda.
Mother, you mustn't feel guilty.
Why don't you consider getting a professional nurse?
You mean one of those creatures in starched white uniforms? Oh, what a cold solution.
Well, through Eve's sister, I know some very nice creatures in starched white uniforms. Actually, I guess they're not white, it's either they're yellow, I think.
Yes, but the point is they're hirelings. If I thought that I had to hire someone to take care of me, I'd give up right now.
Mother, please don't talk like that.
You don't make me feel like an invalid, darling. You make me feel like I want to get well and healthy. And on my own. Well, Ben, we won't keep you. We shouldn't do that to him.
No, we shouldn't.
Bye-bye.
Sarah, I'm sorry I'm late.
Mike, hi. It's okay. I've just been waiting for a few minutes.
Well, nevertheless, I'm sorry.
Well, actually, I suppose I could have taken care of this over the phone, but since you're handling Dean's estate, I thought you ought to know about this other car that he had. I've got the registration.
He had another car?
Yes. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, that's strange.
I know. I only found out about it because I got a bill from the garage where he was keeping it, and, I figured it was some sort of a mistake. So I went over there, but seems it wasn't a mistake at all.
He had another car then?
Yes. They showed me his account and the registration with his signature on it, and they gave me the keys. I paid the bill for the last month's rent, and I just don't understand it.
What year is it? Oh, yeah, here, 1978.
Yeah. And, it seemed to be in good shape. I mean, it was a little dusty from being in the garage all that time. And, somebody had put a dent in it. But other than that, it looked in very good shape. Obviously, I don't need a second car, so I guess I wondered if I ought to have that dent fixed before I try to sell it. Right?
I'm sorry. Could I, take a look at this car?
But do you think that's necessary? I mean, you don't have time for something like that.
No, I'll have it for you, no problem.
Well, okay, I guess you need the keys then.
Yeah, please.
Well, I didn't expect to see you today.
Why not?
Oh, well, I thought with the trial starting tomorrow, you know.
I'm not worried about that.
Yes, I see. You seem to be feeling just fine about everything. Oh, Alan would like to see you. It's about the Hong Kong expansion, I believe. At your own convenience, though.
At my own convenience. Did he say that?
Yes. As a matter of fact, he's free right now. You can go right in.
Diane, I'd appreciate your just being yourself, not quite so pleasant about everything. I should have never told you about the 2 affidavits.
Why not?
Because as misplaced as it may be, I know your loyalty to Alan. I can't trust you. You'd do anything to protect him.
Nothing dishonest.
How about stealing?
All right. Let's just say for a minute that I would stoop to such a thing. What in the world would I do with those affidavits? You told me you had another copy.
You see, you just might be stupid enough not to believe me. You just remember something. Alan can be hurt. And I'll give you an example. You know how suspicious Mike is of Alan. But he's got nothing, no proof to back up his suspicions. Can you imagine what he would do to Alan if he had possession of those affidavits?
I don't know why we are talking about this. It's all hypothetical. Alan wants to see you.
At my convenience. I'll tell you something, Diane. If you didn't steal the affidavits, there are now 3 people who know what I have on our boss. Oh, I'll tell you something else. When I find out who ransacked my apartment, and I will, they're gonna pay.
pretty good at that.
Oh, hi, Miss Bell.
Oh, Diane.
Diane, I'm a little slow.
Well, you're not inspired.
Yeah, I have a very inspiring subject.
Oh, my. Yes, you do.
I don't know, I think I'm better than what the work would indicate.
I know that. I saw your work, remember? I think that you are having a little conflict with your artistic temperament here.
Well, if I am, don't worry about it. My so-called artistic temperament's in pretty good shape.
Well, I'll tell you, I am not going to worry about you. Because I have a sixth sense about you.
How is that?
Well, I have the sneaking suspicion that you are a man who can handle several things at the same time.
Well, we'll see. Hi, Hope.
Diane, I didn't know you were here.
Well, I was just checking up on the latest addition to the graphics department.
Diane is the one who hired me.
Oh, I didn't know that. Ben's a very good artist.
Yes, I've seen his work.
Yes, and he's going to be an important artist one day.
I'm sure he will be.
Hope you're feeling a little crazy today.
Well, Ben, maybe I'll see you later.
Okay.
Goodbye, Hope. Bye.
She's been great.
Well, Spaulding Enterprises is lucky to have you.
I don't know about that.
What is that?
That is this little gem. It's part of a computer, very special part for a new computer.
Well, it's a good drawing. I guess somebody has to draw it.
Pays good and works honest.
That's not enough for you, is it?
Ah, I'm fine. You here to see someone?
Yes, you.
Oh, good.
I'm on my way to see a client.
Oh, if it's a guy who's buying that landscape, tell him I'm almost finished.
Oh, well, that's good. But this is something else. Are you able to take on more outside work?
Sure.
Oh, well, then good. That's all I had to know. I've got this new client, and I'm not sure what they want yet, but...
Well, I'm available for whatever. I'd really like to save up some money, you know. You know that Eve works for Lucille Wexler's company, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would be a lot happier if I could get her to quit that job. So, if your client wants something that I can do, I'll do it. Believe me, I'm grateful for everything that comes my way, including this.
Yeah.
You're that lady's lawyer, huh?
Yeah, Mrs. Blackwood.
Yeah. How about her not even knowing that her husband had another car?
Yeah. Which one is it?
This one over here, Mr. Bauer. Yeah, well, she saw that dent, too. But I told her that we hadn't moved that car. It's just been sitting there. Now, that isn't to say that another car didn't pull out and might have hit it and didn't tell us. But actually, that doesn't look like the dent that was made by another car.
No, you're right there, doesn't it?
And we're covered. We're covered if we do it.
Got a telephone?
Yeah. Right over there. Be my guest.
Thank you.
Is something the matter, Mr. Bowers?
I don't know. We'll find out. Captain Craig, please. Mike Bauer. John, Mike Bauer here. Listen, I'm calling from Wesley's garage here on Mission and 14th Street. I found something very interesting. I think you ought to take a look at it. I think you may want some lab people here also.
Someone to take over temporarily.
That's what we hope, isn't it?
Do we?
Of course, Roger.
Alan, it's not necessary for anyone to come over, take over my work, temporarily or otherwise. The trial will be a short one, and I am certain that I will be exonerated.
Good.
So forget it.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Oh, you're answering your own phone today. It's Elizabeth.
You should know by now that I'm full of surprises.
Yes. I'd like to see you.
That can be arranged.
Good. What time shall I come by?
You don't have to. I want to come by and see Philip a little later today.
You saw him yesterday, Alan.
Exactly, and when I saw him at dinner last night, I was concerned about his appetite.
There was nothing wrong with his appetite at breakfast.
Well, there was a dinner, and that's why I want to see him.
Look, I don't want him to feel as if we worry about him all the time.
Elizabeth, why complicate matters? You want to see me, and I want to come to your place to see Philip. We can talk there. It's a very simple matter.
Alan, all right, all right.
I'm not sure of the exact time.
I'll be here all afternoon. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Sorry.
Well, that's all right. I thought we were finished unless you had something else.
No. Oh, I understand that Mike Bauer is Holly's attorney.
Yeah, so I hear.
I don't think there's anyone in the world that I dislike as much as Mike Bauer.
What's this? What does this have to do with me?
He took my son from me, and he may be interested in putting a senior member of my firm away. So watch out for him.
I've known Mike Bauer a lot longer than you have.
Well, good. Then you won't underestimate him.
No, I certainly won't.
And while we're at it, I'm wondering if you've given any more thought to the deal I offered.
It's crossed my mind a few times.
I should think the idea of being supported for the rest of your life would cross your mind more often than that.
I'm not sure I want to make a deal.
But we agreed.
Yes, well, I want to give it a little more thought. As you know, my trial is starting tomorrow, so I have a few other things on my mind. I suggest we just cool it for a few days.
And I suggest that you come up with an answer soon, trial or no trial.
Yes, I am. Oh, Sarah, good, yeah, send her in. Thank you. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Glad you could make it.
Well, you said it was important.
Yeah, here, let me take your coat.
No, that's okay.
Have a seat.
What is it, Myrna?
Sarah, I know you've been through a lot, and I really hate to have to tell you this on top of everything.
This has something to do with Dean's car, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went over to see the car, and then I called Captain Craig at police headquarters.
The police?
Yeah. He sent a team of men over to look at the car.
Mike.
I got a call back from Captain Craig just a few minutes before I talked to you. There's no question about it. This is the car that hit Roger Thorpe in the garage of his apartment building a couple of months ago.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
Mike. You mean Dean tried to kill Roger, too?
Apparently.
I can't understand that. Why?
Well, let's hope that this is the last of the surprises about Dean Blackford, okay?
Why would he try to kill Roger?
I don't know.
Do you have any idea?
Not yet. Not yet.
We'll continue with part 2 of The Guiding Light in a moment.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I wanted to catch you on your lunch. I didn't know you were working.
You did. We artists don't have a formal routine here in graphics.
Oh, I see. Listen, something came up, and I thought I'd talk to you if you have time now.
Yeah, I got time.
Okay, Mr. Jeffrey Brown. Do you know him?
No.
Well, he bought Jackie Marler's house. You know, she sold it after she married Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, he saw Jackie's house when she had all her things in it. And he also saw a couple of the paintings that she owns of yours.
Yeah, her landscape and her portrait and a landscape, right?
Right, yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to be redecorating the house for him.
Nice going.
Yeah, I hope it's nice, anyway. But I've just come from a conference with him, and he said that he liked some of the pictures that Jackie had.
Mine?
Yeah, he described them to me, and I said I just happened to know the artist, and then he said his favorite artist was Matisse.
Ah, man's got taste. Got the money to own one?
I think he's loaded.
Lucky man.
Well, anyway, this is it. He would like you to do a landscape for him.
You mean he's willing to settle for a McFerrin instead of a Matisse?
Well, he wants both of you.
You're going to have to explain that.
Well, what he wants you to do is he wants you to do a landscape in the style of Matisse, you know, with his brush strokes and form and design and his wonderful colors.
You serious?
Yes, that's what he said. It could be your impression of Matisse.
I don't believe this.
Well, I mean, he thinks you can do it, and I do, too.
Any reasonably good art student could do it.
I don't agree.
You're not an artist. You don't know.
Ben?
Look, I'm sorry. I really do appreciate what you're trying to do for me.
You're really upset, aren't you?
Look, maybe it's just the timing. It's not your fault.
I don't understand.
Well, the head of the department here told me today that what I was doing wasn't right. He said, don't try to make it look good, make it look real. So I say, fine, all right, I can do that. Now, you tell me that you have a client who likes my work, but he doesn't want me to do a landscape the way that I would do it. He wants me to do it the way that Matisse would paint it. I don't know. What the hell, I'm doing this for money. I might as well take a crack at copying a master.
Yeah.
How much do you think your Mr. Brown will pay?
I think it would just matter on the size of the canvas.
Big hope, big.
When you know the... Oh, Ben, I didn't mean to set you off
No,
like
you
this.
don't. Look, it's just the timing, really. It's okay. Look, I will do it. I'll do it as soon as I finish this other landscape for you, and then I will do Mr. Brown's Matisse.
Okay. Terrific. Okay, look, I better be going.
Okay. Listen, thanks. I really appreciate this. I'm just in a bad mood. Okay. Hello. Hi, honey. No. Fine. Yeah, look, I got something to tell you. All right, what? Chicago. When? The 2 o'clock flight this afternoon? No. No, I'm not complaining. I know you haven't had to do one of these trips for a couple of weeks.
Hi, Ann. I want to speak to Mike. Yes. Well, I'm hanging in. Fine. Mike, I'd like to come over to your office and see you if that's possible. Oh, what did you want to see me about? Oh, well, fine, okay. 5 o'clock is fine. Sure. All right, see you then. Bye.
You sure you're not busy?
No, I was just looking at something. Come on in. It's like rain, doesn't it?
Ah, more than rain. It feels like a storm's coming. I had just taken a little break, and I was walking into the garden. Then there is such a strange light in the sky.
I know, isn't that weird? It really is. It sort of seems to intensify all the colors. Even grass looks greener.
You sound like an artist.
Yeah, sometimes.
Isn't Eve home yet?
No, she had to go to Chicago this afternoon.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, neither did I until she called me up at work and told me she had to catch a 2 o'clock flight. Came up rather suddenly, I gather.
Of course.
Well, come on, sit down.
I wanted to thank you for this morning.
Why? What did I do this morning?
I was suggesting to Mother that she get a regular nurse.
Yeah, I think maybe I should have minded my own business.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I did appreciate it just the same.
Well, you probably made your peace with the situation. I really shouldn't stir things up.
Well, I've tried to make peace with living with Mother again, but I'm not doing so well. I say to myself, you know, she is getting better, and there is an end to this.
Is there?
Well, then there has to be. Thank God I've got a recital to play at tomorrow. I mean, at least she does understand how much my music means to me.
Yeah, and a piano doesn't offer her any emotional competition either, so... Look, don't listen to me. Just, forget what I said, okay?
No, that's all right. You're the one person who's honest with me. I count on that. I can take it from you.
Well, wait a second now. Don't count on me, Amanda.
Why not?
Because I could be wrong, you know? Could be wrong about your mother.
Then what do you mean? You could be wrong about my mother.
Just forget it, all right?
Sure. God, it's like living in a prison, living in that house. We talked about that before. Cell may be mink-lined, but it's a cell just the same. I had a taste of freedom, you know. Just a taste, but then what did I do with it? Hey, I didn't come over here to tell you all this. I'm sure you've got work to do.
Not really.
I saw the landscape that you're working on through the window. It's really wonderful, Ben.
Thank you.
Ah, Matisse. He's wonderful, isn't he?
Yeah, terrific.
Is there something wrong, Ben?
No, fine.
All right. Well, I should get back to Mother.
Hey, listen, thanks for stopping by.
Sure. Are you sure? Is there something you want to talk about? Because if there is, I can get away from Mother later.
No, look, don't worry about it. Just having a few growing pains.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Come in.
Thank you. Where's Philip?
When the time comes, I'll call him.
Well, where is he?
He's down the hall. He's getting a homework assignment from a friend.
Well, you knew I was coming by to see him.
I told you I had to talk to you. I'll call him when I'm through.
I was a little worried about him last night.
He's coming along well. This whole thing wouldn't have happened if you loved him the way you should.
What are you talking about? Of course I love him.
Then why won't you admit that Mike would be good for him?
Why? Because I happen to disagree. I mean, you're confused. You love Mike and you're trying to justify it.
That is a lie. You turned Philip into a weapon. You use him against Mike and me. You jeopardize his health.
Now, just a minute.
That's not loving, Alan. To get at me, you teach him to hate. That's not loving. You've almost programmed him to react emotionally to Mike. You're gambling with his life.
That isn't love.
I think he shows good common sense when it comes to Mike Bauer.
You listen to me. I'm not going to give Mike up. Time's on my side if nothing else, Alan. As Philip grows older, he'll see more, he'll understand more, he'll make up his own mind. And you had better be careful, because one day he's going to see through you.
Hey, Mom, you know what? I don't have as much math as I thought I'd have.
Good.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Hi, son.
Boy, did you come over to see Mom?
Yeah, and you too. How are you?
Okay. Want to play some chess?
Sure. Let's go to your room.
Okay.
I'll even help you with your math.
No, you don't have to.
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
Should we get right down to it?
It's fine with me.
Why don't I tell you what I have to say first?
Mind if I sit down?
Not at all. What I have to say may jolt you a little.
Oh?
You can get the full details from the police.
The police?
And they'll want you to check the car over before they close the case.
What are you talking about?
The car that hit you in the garage of your apartment building has been found.
It has?
Belonged to Dean Blackford.
What?
Mm-hmm. There's no reason to assume that somebody else is driving it.
Blackford?
Yeah.
How do they know?
Captain Craig sent a team of men over there to check it out. Had a dent in it. Also some samples of your hair and blood.
Dean Blackford.
Sarah never knew that he had a second car. He kept it in another parking garage. You can get filled in by all the details with the police.
I knew someone deliberately ran me down. No one believed me.
They will now.
Wait a minute. How come you're telling me this? Why didn't the police tell me directly?
Because I wanted to talk to you first. What reason would Dean Blackford have to kill you?
How do I know?
Well, certainly there must have been some reason.
He killed Villar. He tried to kill Sarah. He tried to kill me. The man was crazy.
He had a motive to try to kill Sarah. He certainly had a motive to try to kill Villar. Now, what do you think was in his mind when he tried to kill you?
I really have no idea what it could be.
You know, I was kind of surprised to hear about your promotion at Spaulding Industries the other day.
Talent will out.
Yeah. In the face of trial tomorrow? I mean, I understand that it's up to the jury to decide whether you're guilty or innocent, so I can understand Alan retaining you, I guess. But as far as promoting you now, I think it's well known I'm not crazy about Alan Spaulding, but I don't think he's stupid.
No, he's certainly not stupid. But he's human.
Sometimes I have my doubts about that.
Well, he's human. All right, and human beings make mistakes, no matter how clever they are. Boy, this thing about Blackford. Oh, boy. That's a good omen for me. It means that things are finally starting to go my way for a change.
So, you said that you had something to talk to me about.
Oh, yes, I do. I have a big favor that I can do for you, Mike.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And, of course, I'd want a modest favor in return.
Oh. I don't think that I can see us doing business together.
Well, not even in the area of Alan Spaulding.
What do you mean?
A moment ago, you indicated that you had a certain amount of dislike for the man.
There's no secret there.
In fact, perhaps it goes even a little deeper than dislike. I know he's complicated your life in at least one very important area.
I don't think we should discuss my personal life, Roger.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, I'm just going to toss this out, and you can take it or leave it. I know that you have deep suspicions about Alan Spaulding involving his situation in certain events of their custody suit, particularly in the area of Del Villar.
No secret there either, but what are you getting at?
What if I could produce proof that Alan Spaulding was involved in the murder of Del Villar?
What is it?
I can't say.
Really? Why not? I mean, if you have proof, you should go to the police. I mean, if you're withholding information...
Wait a minute. I said, what if?
My answer's still the same. If you're withholding information...
I'm sorry, we're going to have to keep this really a what-if situation. You see, I have no intention of just giving my evidence away.
Yeah, that's right. You did start off by saying that you'd do a favor for me if I did one for you.
Yes, that's the essence of it, all right.
What favor do you want from me?
I don't want to go to trial, Mike. I expect to get off, but I wouldn't mind being spared the humiliation being tried for rape. Now, I know how much influence you have with the DA and with Holly, and I think the DA must be pretty uneasy about this prosecution because it's going to be damned hard to prove that I'm guilty. So, I think there's still time for you to talk Holly and the DA into abandoning this idea.
This is all still very hypothetical.
I imagine you would like some sort of proof that I have something on Alan Spaulding.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You mentioned how surprised you were that he promoted me.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he was going to fire me.
Really?
Yes. And the very day that he had planned to let me go, he suddenly did 180-degree turnaround, and he promoted me to senior vice president of Spaulding Enterprises, second in command only to Alan Spaulding himself. Now, is it still a hypothetical situation to you?
Not at all.
Well?
I don't doubt for 1 minute that you have something on Alan Spaulding. But there's no way that I'm going to persuade Holly to drop her charges against you.
Now, you might give this just a little more thought, Mike, particularly in light, thinking what this could mean to Elizabeth and yourself and the kid if Alan Spaulding were to be indicted as an accessory to murder. No, I think that warrants a little more thought from you. I can be reached at home. Bye.
This has been The Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, and Barney's. Stay tuned for MASH on most of these CBS stations. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of The Guiding Light.